gang, gang. Hey, nothing but love and respect. You might have some cool fans, but mine are the best. We've been through it all, went to war when duty called. Never left a man behind, we move as one is super strong. I don't want followers, that implies I'm the leader. I'm not the captain, I just gave them something they can believe in. I hold the lamp in the darkness, but they're the light that I needed to see the road that we walk in between the angels and demons. And my fans have my back. Hate us if your feelings don't like facts. And my fans will fight back. Beat you with the keyboard you've been using to write back. I guess we need each other like both sides of the battery. We the army, we the homies, we the gang, we the cavalry. We're brothers and sisters, we hold it down like we gravity. Can't nobody break the bond that made us all family.
Me and my fans, we don't care what anybody say. Middle fingers to whoever in the way, man. Me and my fans, we gon' be together till the grave. It's a game till forever and a day, man. Me and my fans, we don't even trip in the hate. We got all in our veins, man. Me and my fans,
we the hangover gang. Gang, 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 gang.
Oklahoma weather can dish out some of the worst punishment in the world. Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Tuttle. But now you can fight back by installing Class 4 impact-resistant shingles from Ferguson Roof Systems. These shingles can withstand large hail, heavy rain, and hurricane-force winds, all while keeping your home safe and dry. And the best part? This upgrade is completely free for many homeowners. So call today to start reaping the benefits these Class 4 shingles bring, including a discount on home insurance. Only at FergusonRoofSystems.com.
Hey everyone, Meteorologist Tuttle back with you here as a Sunday night. It's about 5 minutes till 10 o'clock, and tonight we're talking a little bit about the weather. We've got some big changes coming up for you. If you did not get a chance to read my blog, this will kind of be an expanded version of that. So if you want the short version, check it out. Make sure you like and share and spread the word on that. You can get that on my website, EarnTuttleWeather.com. So thanks for being here on a Sunday evening. Right now, it's a little chilly. I mean, there was, I don't understand the whole trick-or-treating thing when we split it up into 2 nights. In my day, it should be 1 night, no matter what night of the week it was on. But apparently, Edmond at least, they had trick-or-treating last night. And then I guess tonight they have other cities now that actually do it on Halloween. So don't ask me. I don't even understand it myself. So I did have 2 nights of people trying to get some candy. It's a little chilly out there. It's 53 degrees here in my backyard. By the way, if you ever want to get one of these Tempest weather stations, check them out. They're pretty cool. They're set up and they're all you can interact it with on your phone and real easy to do. Looks just like the picture shown right here to my left. Or, yeah, my left, your right. You can use that promo code in the corner to get a discount. And you can also get this information on my website. All right, well, tell you what. Let's do this. Let me check out a couple things. Pop this out. You'd be surprised at how many buttons I have to press to get a broadcast going. It is insane. Oh, let me post the, that's what I was going to do. It's like, there was something I was supposed to be doing here, and I couldn't think of what it was. For you Facebook guys, I'm always going to post this link that you can click on to get direct notifications from me when we're ready to go live next time. And when you do, make sure you hit the Manage Message button that pops up on your Facebook Messenger. Okay, so here's a look at temperatures outside. They're in the red numbers. So we're looking at 40s. And low 50s out there across Oklahoma. So it is a chilly night, light northeast breeze. We've had, some pretty decent day today. Yesterday was way better, obviously, but today was a little bit cooler. And we're going to have more of this cooler air build in from the north. So we're going to take a look at the computer models. We'll show you. So what we're looking at is a surface ridge of high pressure. That's this H right here on the map. This will move for you. And what happens is this high will settle in, coming into right toward Oklahoma. And as it does so, we get cold air advection. So what happens is cold air just kind of comes in and backdoors into our area as the air rotates around a high. So it kind of forces that air to kind of come in. We call it backdoor. So we have a northeast wind, right? So we're going to see what happens. Now focus your attention kind of in the Rockies because this is a favorable position to get some upslope precipitation, which ends up being some snow. So there's going to be some snow out here. Winnipeg saw some snow today, as well as southeastern Kansas, and this active part of the country of North America will get some more action as we go through time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in motion for you, and I'm going to show you, we got this front to come in, and then we've got some precipitation to be coming on through as well. We'll just kind of move this through step by step. So as we head into tomorrow, so Monday, you do notice we have some light precipitation starting to break out here across the southern plains from Texas through Oklahoma on into Kansas. You see some blue, which is some snow coming out of the Rockies there across northern Kansas and Nebraska. That high does move on in, kind of centered the first round, the first wave. It's really a big high. I mean, it's a large double barrel high. So this is just the first one that comes in. The second one still has to slide in behind it. So it's an extended cool period as a result is what this turns into. But you can look far northeast, Newfoundland, getting some pretty good snow up there. All right, let's go on through time here. So here's Tuesday. You still see this little light rain activity. We're going to zoom into the state here in just a minute and show you that, plus give you a timeline. But I want to show you the big picture first. Now, it was a high. The secondary high builds in. Again, more rain coming up on Tuesday night. Now, as we head on to Wednesday, then the rain kind of moves on into Texas during the day on Wednesday. Then the high kind of moves off into the upper Midwest. So most of the country is kind of quiet, with the exception of what happens down here in the southern plains and across the southeast by Thursday and Friday of next week. And if you look to the northwest, you see more snow coming in. Our little high that kind of shifted down here is kind of still anchoring down here across the east. It's a lot of the cold air from it, though, has kind of weakened. We still kind of have a backdoor effect, though, from it. And so our overnight lows will still be kind of chilly, but our daytime highs will rebound pretty quickly in that pattern. All right, so let's go through Saturday. Boy, pretty quiet here. Let's go on into Sunday, Monday. Anything? Bueller. Let's see. We got, and this is just one model, by the way. Winds do kick up a little bit by the time we head to Thursday. We're on the 10th. And then there's another high builds in across the Rockies. Some big storms down here across Texas up toward Louisiana. That moves into the southeast. Otherwise, pretty quiet. There's another big high that comes in toward the end of the period on the 15th from northwestern Canada. So this will come down across the Rockies again. This one, the other one kind of started here and then moved here. This one started a little bit more to the west, and it'll kind of move in like this as well. So each high usually successively gets colder and colder, and when that happens, then of course our nights and our days get colder as a result. So, and this high dips all the way down to Texas, so that's a big one. All right, this as far as the position of it goes, and it's affecting a good chunk of the middle part of the country. So I have some pretty good cold air with it. So that is the overall big picture. And then, of course, we got to zoom in on the little details. So we'll do that first. Let's go into Oklahoma, show you the rainfall and how that should materialize. So tomorrow's a much different story than today. You can see on the 6 a.m. we already have this little light green area. This is an indication of drizzle. So we call this like patchy drizzle, very light sprinkles, cloudy skies. Some of it will evaporate probably before it hits the ground, some of the sprinkles anyways, but it's pretty saturated up here in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, so won't see much sun on Monday as a result. And that will continue to moisten up, and so that will continue off and on here through the day on Monday. So there's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, kind of keeps going. It's anywhere really is fair game from central to southern to eastern Oklahoma, with the exception maybe northwest as far as any significant precipitation, just some really light stuff. But here's Monday night and Tuesday morning. Here's 1 o'clock in the morning. Just some more light rain continues. So it's going to be a little drizzly. It's going to kind of remind you of maybe some Seattle weather, Portland, Oregon weather, something like that, which is cold, damp, kind of wet. There's, let's see, Tuesday afternoon, we're 2, 3, 4 o'clock. You're like, what, is this going to end? No. Here's Tuesday evening, 7, 8 o'clock. It's a little heavier. Now, it's misleading because most of it's very light. But over a period of time, it will accumulate pretty significantly. Now, here's Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. where this model ends. Now, if you notice, there was no snow on this map just yet. Notice how I say just yet. Let's see what the new data comes in as. And by the way, let me just see what the QPF is before I go to the Wednesday time frame. So this will be up just through Tuesday night. So you can see the models do indicate up to about 1 inch of rain here around McAllister and about 1/2 inch or so from Oklahoma City and higher amounts south and east. Lighter amounts up here in northwest Oklahoma like I mentioned before. But that's some pretty decent rain considering we're still kind of in drought conditions. Okay. Now, if I look at factoring in Wednesday totals with it, for the rainfall, it gets a little higher here across eastern Oklahoma, a little higher up here in the northern Oklahoma. So that's some good news. We do need that rain. Okay. Are we going to see, though, any of that snow mixed in with the raindrops? Remember last week we talked about it? Miles were kind of a little excited, trying to bring in some wet snowflakes. Let's see what happens. And we'll see that with the area blue on the map if it's still there. Oh, there's one spot there. This is Wednesday evening. Boy, that didn't last long, did it? Little spot there, and then that kind of moves over. Here's a little spot of some blue on the map. Far northeast Oklahoma and northwestern Arkansas. So the signal is still there, but it's nothing to get crazy about, nothing to get excited. I imagine temperatures will still be pretty warm. I'm going to take a look at a profile sounding here on the, I think it's Adair County, far eastern Oklahoma. So the atmosphere is completely saturated, temperature of 35 over 34. So, and that is just at the surface, and it's below 0 degrees Celsius prior to that. So yeah, we could see a few wet snowflakes mixed in, is what this forecast sounding is suggesting for this little track. And the best track probably to see that will be along this arrow. All right, so that does not mean, I don't think Oklahoma City is too far south, but along this track from Enid to Stillwater, Muskogee, Tulsa, Bartlesville, we might see little wet snowflakes mixed in. And that doesn't even include Kansas, which you guys will probably see a little bit of light snow there. Too early again to tell if we're going to get anything significant out of it as far as up in Kansas, like a dusting or anything. But that goes through Thursday morning. So there are still some signs of cold enough air, at least just off the surface, to get some of that wet flakes mixed in with the rain. All right, now temperatures. Let's talk about that, because that's the other big story here. What we can do is break it out for you like this. So let's see. For tonight, we're going to be in the 40s, and there'll be some 30s out in northwest Oklahoma. Not as cold as it was. Of course, Friday morning we had readings into the 30s. Some areas saw a freeze. Some areas saw some frost. As we head into Tuesday morning, so we can see we're still in the 30s and 40s split. So they are chilly mornings coming up. By the way, me hit Monday afternoon or Tuesday. How did I skip Monday afternoon? That's because I started with Monday afternoon. That's why. Come on, Aaron, pay attention. 50s for tomorrow. So there's that cooler, damper look to it. And then Tuesday morning, there's your Tuesday afternoon. Okay, we're in the 40s. So cold, damp day on Tuesday. There's you go. That's what I was talking about for that Seattle, Northwest United States weather right there. Okay, so Wednesday doesn't get any better. We're in the 40s, so still not that great. Thursday morning, remember when we have some of that snowflakes mixed in? Let's see, that's Wednesday morning. This thing's goofy. No wonder. I'm clicking buttons and it's not showing what I want to see. I'm going to have to use the model data here in a minute. Let me see what this does. Okay, so Thursday morning for this one, it's got some 30s out there. Now this is the tail end of that little precipitation wave, and that's probably why it's got a little bit of snow trying to mix in at the last minute, by the way. All right, and on Wednesday itself, before it's Thursday morning, I'm going backwards, but it was still 40s and lots of 50s. So we're starting to warm up a little bit. So that's some good news. All right, now let's see. We jump to Thursday's a little better in the 50s. And then on Friday, so this is interesting because this is some newer data that's come in. It's a little warmer than the last time I looked at it, but it has some 30s up here across Northeast. So right now, Thursday morning and Friday morning appear to be the coolest mornings. And as far as daytime highs go, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the coolest days. Then let's see, we're on Friday now in the afternoon. We've got some 50s and 60s. That's not bad. Saturday morning, we're back into the 30s and some low 40s. And of course, you have to keep in mind that sometimes we're going to have some frost in this environment. And then on the weekend, we start off, and the Saturday, we're back in the 50s and 60s. So overall, a pretty chilly week. If you were to break it down like a 10-day outlook type deal, you've got 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday for daytime highs here in Oklahoma City. And that does gradually get into the 50s. Overnight lows, they'll get down to the 30s here for a little while, with Friday morning probably one of the colder mornings. But still Thursday and Saturday itself also pretty chilly as well. All right, I think that was the synopsis of the main story. Sorry, some of those maps are out of order because it updates at different times, and it may be doing a new update right now, which makes some of them goofy to update. Let's see here. So I'm just going to check out some of your comments here real quick. Guys on YouTube, Nancy tuning in from McCurtain County. Good to see you, Nancy. Oh, using the house, Prince of Rain. I see you. I hope you're ready for fall. Mausimus. You guys' nicknames are ridiculous. Happy Halloween from Mustang. Right back at you, Mel. You want to know about Calgary, Alberta? Oh my goodness, got some Canadians in the house. Nova Scotia. Ooh, got some Canadian family members here. Good deal. Yeah, pretty chilly in Canada. So they get snow faster than we do. All right, we go to you guys on Facebook here. Let's see who we got. So Catherine, she's not ready for winter yet. Yeah, I did mention Enid. You might see a wet snowflake up there. Matthew's in the house from Joplin, Missouri. Same thing with you. You possibly see a wet snowflake mixed in Wednesday evening, Wednesday night before it moves away. So Kevin, yeah. So I'm still working. The good news is with Tempest, they can calibrate your sensor, and they use a lot of fun tricks to get it to be pretty decent. And so we have there's 3 of us at work that have one, and 2 of them it's always spot on. Mine's been a little goofy, so I've had to have them fix it for me. So they've been dialing in to adjust it, and so far it's getting better. But yeah, just it's one of those deals. It's a different technology, but it's fast and easy, and it's in the ballpark. So it's good enough if you just want to get an idea. But if you're trying to make a official measurement at an airport for a climatological database, no, that won't work. That won't work for you. So it might be off by a few hundredths, kind of a deal. Let's see. Catherine, her bones are already hurting. Bones don't lie. Yeah. And now I'm just going to look for you when the next cold front comes in. Let's see. Tiffany's ready for 2 nights of Halloween. Why not just do 3? Let's do it. And do scary movies at the same time. Janet, I see you for the stars. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Paula, good to see you. When will the winds be less this week versus? Oh my goodness, Mag is here for the snowman. You might have to wait a little bit, and I miss summer already. Believe it or not, Shay. So yeah, Barry, pretty much below average all week. It's a bit chilly week in general. All right, so the winds. I didn't talk about winds on this, and a lot of times I don't. You can get that stuff on my weather app, AT's Weather to Go. It also gives you the typical highs and lows and stuff too for day-to-day stuff. But let's take a look at the wind trends, and let's see what we got here. Usually this environment, it's a lighter wind, and let me see here. Right now it is all the way up through Wednesday, Thursday. It's a light northeast wind. We're talking 5-10 miles per hour on average. So thank you, Bart, for the 50. Appreciate you, brother. Jim, man, send us some of that Florida weather. We're stuck here in the cold. Let's go extended for wind fields. See if I can find you some good winds beyond Thursday. Because not that you want them. You should have had enough the other day. Okay, so there's Thursday. There's Friday. Oh, I think I saw a little breeze Friday afternoon out, especially across western Oklahoma. That wasn't really anything to write home about. Another little weak front comes in Friday night, Saturday morning. That's why it kicks up ahead of that front, and that's nothing. Otherwise, man, our winds are extremely light and variable for a long time, all the way up through this week until Monday of next week on the 8th. Winds are cranking out of the south, and that's because our next cold front's probably knocking on our door. And sure enough, there's a front that comes here. Looks like Tuesday the 9th coming in during the day. And then our weeks go soft with that passage of the front, because it probably is a weak front, or just comes in at a different angle. But that's different than the other model we looked at, where it had a much stronger front toward the end of the second week of November, I think. So let's go take a look there. Otherwise, until then, these little passage fronts, these little mini reinforcing cold shots really aren't that big of a deal with the wind speeds. Okay, so let's see. The GFS is a little stronger with the winds on Tuesday. It has a gust, or at least a sustained one up to 15 miles per hour. So different than the European, which had 5 to 10. And even the NAM had 5 to 10. GFS is a little goofy. So we won't get too excited with them. Alright, so Friday, ahead of that next front, it does crank up the winds quite a bit on Friday afternoon out in western Oklahoma, up around 20 to maybe 30 miles an hour out there. And then on Saturdays, that front comes through, it's all dead wind again. It falls apart. Alright, here's a stronger front on the 7th, according to the American model. Now here's the caveat here, is this time of the year the models don't do so well. Extended, they're gonna struggle at timing of fronts, and sometimes they just have fronts that really don't exist, or they'll have fronts that do but they miss them. So there's a lot of weird things that can happen in this transitionary period before we really kick into winter. So look for a lot of errors in extended outlook forecasting, probably between now through about let's go the third week of November. Then it settles down. So just get used to it. It happens all the time. From transition from summer, or really from fall to winter, that little time frame, and then reversed from winter to spring. There's about a 3-week period where they just they struggle. All right, then they lock in. Okay, so here's Sunday, this coming weekend. So breezy, strong front comes in here. Looks like Saturday night to Sunday morning. Wind speeds up around, who knows, gusting at 30 miles an hour with that front. That's a pretty good front. And then kind of stays a little breezy on Sunday after that. So if you're looking for wind at all this week, depending on your model of choice, it looks like late Friday afternoon and again Saturday night with the passage of the front. And that's about the best wind you're going to have. Other than that, it's really not that bad. And then extended, long ways out. On the 11th, we mentioned a little bit of breeze coming in with the next front. And after that, a little breezy on the 12th. And that's the way it is. We get really nice weather in the fall, which is why I like it here. It's kind of San Diego-ish. If we can get the sun to cooperate and these colder air masses not to be too dense, you can get some really nice daytime temperatures. And then the morning lows, of course, going to be chilly, but at least you don't have a lot of wind to deal with. And our severe weather season, we crammed in, several events there in about a 10-day period. It looks like that's calmed down too, so that's some good news. If you wanted to get crazy, let me see if I can get crazy. I'm looking at something I can show you. Because there is some nice weather in the extended outlook that I didn't show you. So let me do that. I showed you some 60s, upper 60s, right? And that's a model blend. So if I were to let the European and the American model duke it out between the two models, once we head into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week, the European model likes us to be close to 70. The American model likes us to be in the 70s Monday and Tuesday, might even hit some warm 70s. Now that's ideal. I like that stuff. So if we can get the American model on board, it really likes this little warm period right here between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of the 8th, 9th, and 10th before another drop down in temperature. So this is going out for a pretty long distance of time. You do see that we're going to have periods where when you do get those strong fronts, we do get temperatures that get down around freezing, at least briefly. So there's the 13th, for example, showing up in the data with a caveat, like I mentioned, these long range beyond about a week are going to be a little chaotic. So I wouldn't go to Vegas and bet any high odds on them. So that's what I got for you. All right. Let's see. So that's it so far. See if you have any other quick questions, and then we'll probably turn you loose. So Emily, you won't need any coffee. That'll warm you up. Standing outside in the cold weather like that. So Catherine, you're welcome. Yeah, I think from the COVID thing and then having Halloween on 2 nights and parents confused, I don't know what's going on. So trick-or-treating's kind of taking a hit between all that. So I'm not sure what to make of all that. Other than you're going to have a lot of candy to eat if you bought too many bags. So, all right. Okay, so that's it here for tonight. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And we're going to do a few more of these, I think, off and on this week, since we're going to have some rain to speak of and some colder temperatures. And then maybe have a night where Jody and Larry get on here and you guys can talk with them. So they seem to be a high demand these days. All right, you guys have a great night, good sleep, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.